Computer. All right, you guys. So just like I said, this is going to be strictly expanding and connecting. So obviously inviting and all of those things are essential, absolutely essential. But for this specific hour, we're going to go deep into expanding our network and connecting with those people, because this honestly is what drives everything else. So I think a lot of people, for those of you that don't know me, it says Jamie Shepard, but I'm actually Micah Folsom. So I'm excited to do this with you guys for the whole quarter. It's going to be so solid. I'm super proud of you guys for jumping on. So I'm going to pull up a graphic really quick and then just chat about a few things before we get to work, because without this understanding, it won't make sense. So let me share my network or my screen really quick. I can share my network too if you want. Okay. Okay, can you guys see my desk? Can you guys see this little graphic right here? Perfect. Okay, so before we dive in, power hour broken down. I always talk about this funnel. So when my coaches get frustrated, when I was getting frustrated back in the day, it was because I hated cold inviting. I hated feeling like I was out with an agenda. I hated all of these crummy feelings that were tied to my power hour. And I was like, how am I going to be consistent with something that I hate, that I feel crappy doing? And so I tried to think, okay, well, how can I feel better about inviting someone? I know this is going to change their life. I know it's solid. That wasn't the issue. My issue was I didn't want them to think I was coming into the relationship just because I wanted to invite them to my group. So I, from the beginning, have been an over connector, because I want to truly, genuinely get to know these people. And we have this incredible platform on social media. And our main priority, you guys, is to connect. It's to network. It's to just be genuine humans who are interested in others, who are encouraging and uplifting. And that's our job. If we come across someone that needs what we have, then we can step in and invite them and let them know we have the solution for them. But you're not going to know that, and they're not going to be trustworthy in you until you are a normal human first. So my like go-to as far as the power hour goes, the most amount of time that I spend working is on connecting with people. It's not on inviting. It's not on following up. It's not on doing those things that drive a sale. It's on connecting genuinely with people. And so just like this funnel, it all starts at the top. So we've got to be expanding in a big way every single day. We have to be getting new eyeballs on what we're doing. We have to be intentionally finding girls and guys and just people that we share common interests in, that we actually want to get to know, so that we can spend the time connecting with them, getting to know them. And then we invite the ones who we feel like would be fun to have in the group, the ones that we feel like need what we have, and then follow up, and then they join. So I feel like a lot of people have it backwards. You'll go crazy inviting, but you don't take the time to connect with people, so it just falls on deaf ears, and they're like, I don't want to even hear what you have to say. Block, you're annoying, you're just one of those people, right? So we want to make sure that every single day we are being genuine humans, just connecting with people. And one of my top leaders, Jalen, she used this analogy, and it totally made so much sense to me. I'm like, duh, that's exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to share it with you in case you're having a hard time understanding this connecting thing. So we're at a fair. Social media is a fair, okay? Your Instagram is a fair. At the fair, you are naturally going to gravitate to the booths that you're interested in, right? You're going to go, if you're into makeup, you're going to go to a makeup booth. If you're into hunting, you're going to go to the hunting booth. If you're into cars, you're going to go to the car shop, whatever. If you're into clothes, you're going to go to the little boutique, right? So on social media, that's essentially, and when I talk about it after this is how it relates. The booths are the pages that we're spending time on. Okay, so I call them inspo pages. I work from a solid base of targeted accounts that I'm not targeting those girls, but but their people that are already following them have common interests, and we would connect as humans. So I'm going to talk, when I'm talking about finding your target accounts, finding your inspo accounts, those are your booths. Okay. You're going to go find the booths that you're interested in. And then at the fair, when you go to the booth, you are not just going to stand there like an awkward human and not say anything. You're going to have little conversations, side combos with the girls that are looking at the same clothes as you, with the girls that are looking at the same makeup brushes. And you're going to ask them if they've used them before. You're going to ask them what their experience is. You know what I mean? You're going to do this little side chat and just kind of get to know the people who are around you. That's what connecting is. You're going to these pages and you're just having normal conversations with the people that are, one, already on the page, and two, share those common interests. And lots of people feel awkward doing that, but really you're awkward if you stand there at the booth and you're a stalker and someone says something to you and you don't say anything back. And you stand there and you just look weird. Like, that's the more unnatural situation. But on social media, you have it backwards and you're like, I'm just going to watch everyone and I'm not going to say anything and I'm going to just be a social media stalker. We want to be as proactive as possible on social media. We want to leave our trail wherever we go. Okay, so if you're spending time on a blogger's page, you're commenting, you're engaging, you're commenting on the commenters' comments, and you're just small chatting with those people. And when you find the solid people that are your kind of tribe, that is when you're somehow tracking them. And I'll talk about the system that I have with tracking. I use collections. And it's just having this system in place so that you can every single day be expanding, every single day be connecting, so that when it's time to invite to your group, whether you do it daily or whether you do it weekly or whatever, you have a solid base of people to, without any guesswork, to shoot them an invite, and it's super natural. Okay. So one more graphic right here. So this is what we're going to do for the whole rest of the time. Okay. So we're going to expand and we're going to connect with these people. I talked about how I track. And I don't know if you're familiar, you don't have to do it how I do it, but this works with my brain. You can use Streak, you can use pen and paper, you can track however you want, but it's super important, you guys, that if you're spending time finding solid people and engaging, that you know where they're at. You have some type of list, you have something to work from, so that you're not just mindlessly doing this stuff all day and scattered. All right. So the way that I track is I use collections, and I'll just show you on here. It's super simple. A collection is basically a list that you're creating on Instagram. So lots of people save and bookmark images. Like, for instance, I used to do it with like home decor. I love home decor. So I used to save like rooms or save certain decor that I loved. And it was like on home, I had like a home decor collection. I don't even know if collection what it's called, but home decor collection. Or you could have like a recipe collection. You'll see lots of people will save your recipes, or they'll save your quotes, or they'll save whatever. It's because they have like a motivation board, or they have a recipe board. So that's essentially what we're doing with these collections. So on Instagram, can you guys see this? I'll stop sharing for a second so it's big. Okay, can you guys see this picture? Kind of. All right, so underneath this adorable girl, she's gorgeous, there's this little bookmark, okay? On the bottom right, there's a bookmark. All you do to create a collection, if you've never done this before, is you hold down the bookmark and it pops up a save to, okay? Save to, and it has all of my collections there. If you've never done one, you would just click the plus sign and you would name it whatever you want. So the way that I do it is for my whole month of January, I'm filling my February Challenger collection, and I'm filling a February Coach collection. So every single day when I go to work my power hour, I am intentionally finding girls that I think look super cool on social media that I would just want to be friends with in real life. That way I spend the whole month connecting with them. And at the end of the month, when I'm inviting to my February challenge group, every single girl in that collection, it ends up being hundreds and hundreds of girls, gets an invite from me, whether or not we've ever talked Beachbody or not. I want to find solid girls. I want to connect with them just in a normal mom human way. And then I'm just going to invite them. And I don't count it as, it's like just like a seed planted, right? Not too many people join on your first invite. We should all know that by now, but some do. But it's a seed planted. They'll continue to watch. I'll continue to connect with them. We'll continue to build a relationship. And when the time is right, they will join. And I'll continue to invite them. I'll continue to follow up like randomly throughout the months. And it's just this process that's kind of rinse and repeat. Doreen asked if I could show how to make a collection again. Yes, super simple. Okay, so you find a picture you like, find a human. You hold down the right bookmark, oh, right there, and it pops up. You click the plus sign and you would put coach prospects or dream team or February challengers or boot camp babes, whatever you want to call it. I do it monthly because it keeps me in order. And I don't invite every day. I invite 2 weeks at a time for my challenge group. I invite 2 weeks of the month to coaching. But there's like a week in between that I'm not doing anything. Maybe it's like a week and a half and a week and a half. But we can talk about that after. So yeah, you find your people and that's how you're adding them to the collections, okay? So first we're gonna expand. And when we do this, I want you guys to have at least 5, I've got like 50. You need at least 5 solid booths, solid inspo accounts, solid pages to start from. This is where it makes it so much easier. So if you're into, like I said, if you're into hunting, you would go to like your favorite hunting brand or your favorite hunting network show that has a bunch of people that people can't see it. You're just basically bookmarking their picture to a collection. You're gonna find these 5 pages to work from. Some of you already have a bunch of bloggers that you follow on a daily basis. You have a bunch of, maybe you have some favorite TV shows. Maybe you have a favorite boutique or clothing store or brand or maybe you're a homeschool mom and maybe you have some solid homeschool, like they have a ton of homeschool resources and things like that. So you're already following these pages that have a big following. You want pages that have quite a big following. Not like they don't have to be like millions and millions, but at least like 5 to however 100,000 followers. Now within the pages, you are going to just go to their most recent post and go to the likers and the commenters of that picture. And when it pulls up, you can either engage on the comments, like if someone comments something and you want to respond to the comment, you can engage that way. And that's a connection, right? You're just forming some ties. And if it's a solid person, you're going to then go to her page and you're going to sort her into your February Bootcamp Babes collection so that in the days following, you can remember to go back to her page and just see what she's up to, see what she's doing, comment on her stuff, watch her stories, engage on her stories, just be a normal human, okay? We're just connecting with humans. And so I want you guys to spend the first like 10 minutes identifying, and I have an inspo account collection. So for the first 10 minutes until 11:25, you are going to search for your solid inspo accounts that you are going to be working from, okay? Does anyone have questions about what type of account that's gonna look like before we go quiet and work for 10 minutes? Good? Everyone makes sense. Perfect, okay. I'm gonna mute. We're gonna go make our inspo collection if you don't have one, or just find your pages, however you wanna sort. But you need a home base to work from in order for this to be super efficient. I don't want you spending hours doing this. This should not take you long, okay? So 10 minutes, go find at least 5 solid pages, and I will mute. Has anyone found their first five yet? Good. Awesome. Good. Okay. Some of you already done. So I'm going to go ahead and move on so that we can know what to do next. So in order to find, once you have your collection saved, if you're doing that, you'll go to your home page. So you'll just go to your normal page, your profile, and the top three buttons, the top three lines next to your name, you'll click it, and then you'll see it says saved. Where it says saved with the little bookmark, that's where your collections are. At the beginning, I did it, and I was like, where the heck did I just save this? I couldn't ever find them. So that's where all of your collections will pop up. So every single day when it's time to expand on your Power Hour tracker, you'll go to whichever collection you're working from, your inspo accounts, you'll click on your page that you want to work from, and then you'll go to the most previous, I just go to the current picture, and I start on the comments. And the reason that I don't just go to their followers is because those people could be super dormant, and it's really hard to proactively engage on accounts if they're not active, right? It's like impossible. So I like to go to the people that are actively commenting and liking pictures because I know they're there and they're on their social media. So I go to the picture, go to the comments first, and I simply scroll through the girls, and I'm like, okay, she looks cute, married, mommy, musician, she looks cute, she looks like we could be friends, and I follow her. That's it. Took me 2 seconds. She was actually private, so I can't even see her page. But based off of her profile picture and her little bio, I follow her, okay? So then I go up to the next comment, and I look at the girl. Okay, she's a mom. She's from another country. Not a good person to spend time getting to know right now if I can't even help her, right? So I go to the next person, and this is all you're doing. And I want you guys to find 30 new solid people to expand to. So basically expand, you're just following them. If they're private, you cannot sort their picture into a collection because you can't save a picture that you can't see. If they're a public page, this girl's public, and you like her page, you're just going to go to one of her pictures, do the same bookmark thing, save one of her pictures, and you're going to put it into the collection you want. So this is a mom. She's just sharing her life with her kids. So I put her into my February Challenger collection. The way that I differentiate the two, I get that question, like, why? I do. Allison asked, am I only following at this point, or do I like and comment? So I do like a few pictures just because I'm there looking anyways. I might as well leave a little bit of a trail. I like a few, and then I follow. And then after I get through the expanding part and I sort them into the collection, I'll go back and I'll just spend the last focus time connecting. And that's when I'll watch their stories, engage on there. I'll go through their pictures, comment on a few. But for the expanding part, I like a few and then I follow them. And I also sort, okay? So make sure that you like, follow, sort. You put her into whichever collection. The way that I differentiate the two is if they're just a normal human, mom, sharing life, nothing that has to do with like health and wellness, fitness, anything that a coach would be doing right now, I put them into a Challenger collection because I want to get them started with a solid foundation in my group. If they're already sharing a fitness journey, already into health and wellness, already sharing recipes, being a positive light, and doing things we already do, I put them into my coach collection, and I'll talk to them about coaching right off the bat, okay? My Challenger collection is always way bigger than my coach collection. I'll just say that because most people aren't doing what we do as coaches right off the bat, but we get to mold them into that and help them grow, okay? So for the next, let's see, it's 11:27. For the next 15 minutes, I'll answer this question in a second. We are going to be finding 30 new people, okay? 30 new people. So you can find more than that if you have time. It really doesn't take long to identify if they're just someone you think you would connect with. Don't go too deep into it. If they look cool, follow, like, sort. Follow, like, sort, okay? I think liking right after you follow might make you look like a person and not a bot, especially if you comment. Yeah, totally. You wanna look like a normal human. not like an automated service. And make sure when you're commenting and engaging, you guys, you're doing more than just like the surface cute heart. Like really be a genuine human. Find a way to connect with them. The comment question or the comment compliment, what is it? Comment, what is that? What is that three thing? Comment, compliment, question, something like that. Compliment, whatever. Yes. Compliment, comment, question. That's a really simple, just kind of formula. You make a comment on their page. You're a nice human, compliment, and then you ask them a question that encourages them to engage back. Not in a weird, awkward way where they're like, "Why did you just ask me that? That was dumb." But like genuinely, girlfriend, I love those pants. I've been looking for some high-waisted jeans. Where'd you get them? Or whatever, right? That sounds like a normal human. That's going to encourage the engagement back. And when Instagram sees that you guys are actually talking to each other, it likes that. The algorithm likes that. Okay. So that's you. If you're going to spend time doing this, you might as well make it worth your time. All right. Do you go to the account, look at the first pick and check out the likers? And so you go to the account, look at the first pick, check out the likers and the commenters. And I'm working with the likers and the commenters to find my vibe, my tribe of people. What did you say you do for private accounts? I just follow them. I follow them. I don't care that they're private. I follow them, and then I have it set in my notifications that it notifies me when a private account accepts my follow request. So it notifies me when they've accepted my request, so then I can then go to their page, sort them into the collection, engage on their stuff, and it's actually, then I can move forward like getting to know them. Okay, so 15 minutes, go find at least 30 solid people, sort them into your next collection, and then we'll spend the last 15 minutes solely connecting, okay? Just a little tidbit, you guys, because I think some people overthink the actually, I'm not going to talk about this until we're connecting. JK, get back to work. I'll get back to that. Samantha said, random question, what about going through hashtags on Insta to find leads, or is that for another time? You can totally do that too. I just feel like hashtags are like way more scattered, and lots of, like, when I think of a normal mom, she's not hashtagging things that I would be searching. She's hashtagging like day in mom life. Oh my gosh, my world is crazy. Like, she's hashtagging like the long phrases because she doesn't know how to use Instagram yet and things like that. And so I generally like to do the account thing versus the hashtag. One thing that you can do is, if you find a solid hashtag that does have a lot of your people, follow that hashtag, because then when someone does hashtag it, it'll come up in your feed. Okay, so then it'll help bring up new people. So following hashtags is a solid way to have new things come up in your feed. But I don't spend time searching through hashtags. I just feel like there's too much digging and not enough of my people when I do that. But that's still something that some people do. So Okay, so hopefully you guys found some solid new friends. What I like to do at this point is you go back to your profile and you click on your following, the people that you are following, not your followers. Click on the people that you're following. And then there's your list. And at the top right above hashtags or right below the search bar, it says sort by default. And then it has an arrow on the side. And I changed that to sort by the latest. And when you sort it by the latest, it will go in order of who you just spent time following. So if for some reason you followed some people and you forgot to sort them right then, another way you could do it is you could just straight spend time follow for like 10 minutes. And then you could do this. You could go to the people you're following and they're all listed in that list. It'll say following. Okay. So at that point, you could go through each person. And this is what I do to connect with those people that I've just found is I sort them. And then I just tap into each person and I will watch their stories if they have them, engage there because it goes right to their inbox. It's super natural. You're not just some rando that's like appearing. You're actually engaging on what they're putting out there. And social media, a reminder, social media is there to be social, okay? We're there to network with each other. We want to connect. We want to humanize ourselves. So that's what we're going to do for the last 15 minutes is we're going to go to all of those people that you just found and we're just going to connect. And what I want you guys to remember is connecting is simply saying the things that happen in our brain. So every single time you scroll through and you see a picture, naturally you're like, oh my gosh, that baby is so sweet. You say that in your brain, right? But how often do you go, oh my gosh, your baby's so sweet and comment? Or you'll see a vacation picture and you're like, holy crap, that's gorgeous. Where'd you go? You simply type it out. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Where did you go? Where did you travel to? Right? So just be a normal human, okay? Yeah, someone asked me to share it again. So you go to your main page, you click on your people you're following, okay? So following, not your followers. And then at the right under the search bar, it says sort by default. And then there's an arrow circled at the side. You click that, sort by latest. And then the people that you just followed comes up. You can also sort it by the earliest and find all of the people from back in the day that you followed that you might not have talked to in like years. So that would be another way to just find a whole new batch of people to reconnect with is to sort by earliest and then let that list come up. And then you have a whole batch of new people to engage with, reconnect with your high school girlfriends, sort them into a collection, invite them to your next boot camp. Like, you guys, we will never run out of people if we're proactively using the tools and the resources that we have, okay? So for the last 13 minutes, you are going to connect with as many people as you can. And I would literally just go through your list and I would go to their page, connect with them, go to their page, connect with them. And my biggest thing is, so I sort these people right away and then I work from the collection. So when it's my time to connect in my power hour, I go to my specific collections. I go to my February bootcamp babes, my February coaches. I have a follow-up collection of people that request info, but then never get started. So I multiple times a week am going into my follow-up collection so I can just touch base and just be interested in their life still. And I'm connecting with intention. So there's a rhyme and a reason. These are people who, this gets fun when you get good at finding your type of people, right? Finding the people that you are interested in the content you're putting out, you share common interests, hobbies, lifestyles, beliefs, you have those commonalities, and then it's super natural to just connect with them as a human, all right? So I'm gonna mute again, and we're gonna spend the last bit of our time diving deep with these people, pulling back the layers and just connecting, all right? Rachel said, so if they don't follow you yet, when I go to reply to their story, it won't allow me to. You're just seeing a manual message commenting on their story or post if they have a recent one. So even if they don't follow you, unless they have certain restrictions, you should still be able to engage on their stories. So that person just has like no commenters. Like you can turn off commenting on your stories. So I'm sure that's what's going on. But yeah, so I just start engaging on either their most recent posts or their bye Madison, or on their stories if it allows you to. Okay, you guys, our hour is up. Reagan asked if these are recorded. So normally they're not going to be recorded, but I recorded this one. So I will upload it and I will post it in the thread that we have with all the leaders. And just make sure, I'm not sure who your upline like 15 star, 9 to 15 star is, but make sure you reach out to them and they will have the recording. Okay. All right. I'm super glad you guys jumped on. Hopefully this was helpful. Was it beneficial? Oh, good. Nikki Whiting. Perfect. I'll make sure she gets it. Beneficial? Good. Okay, you guys, don't overcomplicate this process, but this is so essential. No, I did not sell a challenge pack in this hour. No, I did not sell a coach, but I planted hundreds of seeds for my future challengers and coaches. And when you do this every single day, that's when you have that consistent flow of solid people coming in every month, and you won't run out. You'll be able to help so many people rock their lives and feel their best, and you'll reach your goals, they'll reach their goals, and all the good things. Okay. All right. Have a good day, you guys. See ya.